Okay, that finally fixed it. So it's draft night here. Okay, let me just let everyone know that finally starting. And all right, so the draft has begun. I have first pick, and yeah, so this is starting late, everyone. Just started. All right. So yeah. Originally I did not intend to have the first pick. I tried to order it so I would have the first pick. So I don't know. Should I be a good sport here and not take Saquon Barkley? I gotta, keep looking ahead here. All right. I keep getting so much crap from Major League Hats that I'm so bad at fancy sports. So I'll take Saquon first. There we go. Trying to share it here. There we go. Okay. Who had the salty tonight? Yes, I am. All right. Schobler has the second pick, but I think he's going to be automated because he was still driving. He let me know ahead of time. You betcha I'm salty tonight. Lost out on the dream job earlier today, so not too happy today. So that is why I am a little extra salty. No. No. Let's try to get more people here. Can't lose something. Well, I'll explain later. Oh, look at that. Schobler picked Patrick Mahomes for the second pick. Walter Payton, good choice. So Hats has the next pick. Major League Hats. Hey man, how's it going? And he is going to pick. Wow, Baker Mayfield. Wow. Take it. All right, so glad he could join the league. And Phil Massini is up now, and he will not be actually selecting because he's probably somewhere else, but he just joined the league just to have fun. Give me a second. Chat's here. Oh, yeah. Your big first pick. Gonna win you the whole thing, huh? Can't wait to see that happen. Huh. What are they gonna do? No idea. Oh yeah, there's 2 Dak attacks. I forgot. But how's baseball working out for you? Fantasy wise, not so great lately. Tonight's drink is Mountain Dew.
I'll take that Brett Favre for $2,600.
Okay. That was 2-1 tea. Yes, you're kicking my butt. So just wait until fantasy football and I dominate. And I wipe you. That'll be more fun. Let's see here. So picks so far, I had Saquon Barkley, Patrick Mahomes, DeAndre Hopkins, Christian McCaffrey. Oh boy, Dak Prescott just went off the board. So yeah, I was watching the ESPN 28-hour marathon, and they had really bad advice. Like they're like, like go through these players first and draft these kind of players, and it's like that isn't relevant at all to like an everyday fan who's going to be drafted. So like right now, Mahomes and Dak Prescott, 2 quarterbacks went in the first round. Actually, no, 3. Excuse me, with Baker Mayfield. So it's like their tips are very irrelevant to drafting. So I stopped watching it after a while. Major League Cats is going to beat me in hockey. He can barely spell NHL, but he somehow will beat me in hockey. Fantasy hockey, good for him. He has yet to learn which cane is the best cane in the league. So that'll be fun. So right now here, the most recent pick was Le'Veon Bell. So and then Peter took Todd Gurley from work beforehand until he ditched us and he moved away. Join my league then. Of course I will. But hockey is like so far away right now. Let's see. I'm almost tempted to change hats each round. I don't have enough football hats, but who knows? So I'll have back-to-back picks with pick 20 and 21. Who's up now? Oh, it's Major League Hats. He's gonna be who is he gonna pick? I think he's gonna pick Jameis Winston. He's gonna pick another quarterback right away. Because right now we're in a 2-quarterback league. You have 2 quarterbacks to start each week, so that makes the league a bit different than usual. So you gotta have 2 starting quarterbacks. If you guys can let me know if you can hear my chair squeaking in the background, that'd be great. Ooh, Nick Chubb, that's a decent choice. Going back to the other comment here, yes, you can discuss your team with me, unless you're in my league. Then we could discuss, but might be better for strategy not to. But go ahead if you want. So coming up, bunch of players I personally wouldn't take coming up here. I know Julio Jones will be gone. Odell Beckham will probably be gone. I didn't want Odell Beckham anyways. So going down here, I already have a running back. So I don't know where to go. I think I'll get, because the holy 3 of tight ends is still available: Kittle, Ertz, and Kelsey. Ooh, Leonard Fournette. Ooh, wow, Julio Jones is still available. Look at that. So I'm going to take Julio. And I don't want to take Antonio Brown. He's a child. So I have a running back and a wide receiver already. I go down, because I got to, at least trust the quarterback if I have a wide receiver. Derrick Henry would be a good choice. See, I would pick maybe one of the Minnesota wide receivers because they're the best. The Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen are like the top wide receiver duo in the league, but they have a pretty bad quarterback in Kirk Cousins, to be honest. So if it'll select it, because I have a slow connection here. There we go. Let's come back to the comments here. Aha, Peter took before you there, Major League Hats. How fantastic. It's good to know that you're suffering. Who else we got? What other? Odell Beckham's off the board. Tyreek Hill's off the board. Wouldn't want him on the team anyways. Punk. I almost took Amari Cooper. I was very tempted to take him, knowing that Dak Prescott is pretty good. The pretty good quarterback. But you got Pat Mahomes thrown to you. I would kind of take that a little bit more. So we shall see. Okay, I had the first pick in the baseball draft, and look how I'm doing now. My number one pick was Chris Sale, and he's out for the year. And even since ever since, even otherwise, I've been pretty bad with fantasy baseball. So there's really no correlation with because I get the first pick, I'm going to be the best in the league, because it's already been proven that I already had the first pick with the fantasy baseball draft, and I'm sub 500. What is your question? I don't know too much about the Cowboys depth chart to know about the whole Zeke situation. I'm not touching that. I would probably go with a Goose, Juice, Guice. Yeah, I'd probably go with the Juice guy, Goose, however you pronounce it. Peter is up. Ooh, Deshaun Watson's off the board now. Who took him? Oh, wow. Major League Hats taking two quarterbacks already. Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield. Not too bad. I gotta give a tip of the cap to you for those picks. See, and you keep saying that the draft is rigged, that you won't have a chance. Who else? Let's see. So, oh yeah, hooked on a Thielen. He was poor Sep took Kirk Cousins. I mean, it's good to take Adam Thielen, but also, by the way, hooked on a Thielen, best fantasy football team name I've heard of in a long time. All right, so maybe I could still get that one player because they're still on the board. I'm not going to name names, because if I tell you who I want, then all of a sudden that player is going to be gone. Let's see here. Maybe I'll keep it that's on for a bit. Team Desai is up still on the clock. And we're back. So yeah, the juice. Yes. Ask any ask any questions if you got them. I'm not a fancy football guru, but I got my own perspective on things. Keenan Johnson is gone. Decided took him. Pretty good choice. So yeah, if you got any questions, just ask away. Always like to hear from new people. All right, I'm just looking at the list here because I'm up in about 5 picks. Peter is taking forever to pick. Should I hold Gordon? Melvin Gordon? No, I wouldn't. Personally, I wouldn't take Melvin Gordon. Just because such an influx and how much instability there is behind him. I wouldn't personally touch Gordon. I mean, if you want to, go for it, but make sure you have a pretty good backup to start for a while you wait on him. Okay, Major League Hats. We will have to trade. You took my defense. Son of a bitch. You took my defense. How dare you? That's I mean, I keep hearing from the ESPN draft analyst and fantasy football guy wait till the last rounds to pick your defense. Like, no, you don't do that actually. When Josh Jacobs, good pick, Dak Attack. When you know that the Bears are one of the better defenses, especially this upcoming year, with the year they had last year, then you will be picking the Bears defense pretty early on. Melvin Gordon is off of our board now, and I have the next pick. Okay, so I guess I'm going to take my David Montgomery for Chicago, running back. And then my next pick, I'm going to go with Brandon Cooks or Watkins. Hey, Major League Cats, when you get back on, we gotta do a trade here. Brandon Cooks is higher up. Yeah. Brandon Cooks. And the Cubs are losing. So, anyone else want to make the night worse? All right. I guess I'll change my hats here. The Bears hat. So, yeah. I'm going to slap Major League Hats for that one. Let's see here. Just looking methodically at the board here. We still have 2 top 25 players on the board. Keenan Allen, wide receiver of the Chargers, and Devontae Freeman, running back for the Falcons. And Derrick Henry just went to Dak Attack. That was one of my other picks I was thinking about, the Derrick Henry. I'm kind of a Titans fan, kind of not. I played when I was younger. I had Madden 09 for the Wii, and my quarterback, was randomly drafted to the Titans, and I kind of became a fan of the Titans. So Derrick Henry's a pretty good pickup. I gotta look ahead here. I got a few guys in mind here. Excuse me. Just down to one person watching. Look at that. Matt Ryan is off. Peter took him. I would have gone with him, but since he's not there, I can't take him. Let's see here. I'm going to queue up a few players here just in case. I'm going to put up him. I'm going to put up the guy with the funny hair. I'll add him. Who else should I add? Oh, definitely him, because he's going to be injured. I'm going to add him. Let's see. Team Decide is on the board right now. Let's see, who else can I add up here? I am going to also add that person. Maybe him. Let's see. Who else? Who else needs to be picked? Who else is on here? Who else is watching? Everybody? Well, that's good. Let's see here. Who else? I could probably get him on board, him on the queue. Maybe him. All right. What else do I need? So Dak Attack is up now, and Stefon Diggs is off the board, and Keenan Allen is off the board too. So I should have really trimmed it down the amount of time people had for the selection. I think that would have helped. Stop cheating. What do you mean cheating? Who's cheating? Trying to be in spirit here. I ain't cheating. I don't cheat. I don't cheat in fantasy football. I'm going to be a politician. That's where I'll be cheating at. I'm in Illinois. It's kind of a trait you have to be a good one. Let's see here. I would have taken him. Delaney Walker. Someone took T.Y. Hilton. Okay. Peter is up. So Peter is going to take forever as well for the draft. And who will he pick? I think he's going to pick. He's going to take probably Mark Ingram, I'm going to guess. So, Major League Cats, what's your drink of choice right now? I got my Big Mountain Dew going here. What you got going? Corona? Drinking Corona? Okay, not too bad. Who should you take? I think you should take a good hard look at the lists and see who you still need to fill your roster. That's who you should take next. You should take the time to realize that you're not going to win this fantasy football league. That's what you should do. So one person watching. Fantastic. Left enjoying the draft here. Okay. Jared Goff. He was on my queue. All right. I guess that's okay. So I still need a flex. At least. See, this draft is just around the whole board. Doesn't go in order, which is nice. But you have to, kind of think out, like, how far down the list do I have to go to, pick a guy just to be safe. Excuse me. Let's see. Dak Attack is on the board. Got about 40 seconds to go. So Major League Hats took Jared Goff. Very good choice. I would have taken him, but I can't anymore. Unless we trade. I know I wouldn't trade for Goff. He's good, but you should be taking the Eagles right now. Pakaw? No, I don't know. Not a huge Eagles fan, especially. Okay, someone took Philip Lindsay. I'm gonna smack them too. Whoever, son of a. Why you guys? Okay, maybe I'm telegraphing. Fine. I won't wear my hats anymore. I'll just wear a New Era hat. Can't telegraph then who I want. All right, so I'm going to. I could do Alshon Jeffrey on the Eagles, but I'm going to go with Allen Robinson, Bears wide receiver. Let's see here. I could. Yeah. Damn it. Phil Lindsay's gone. So I still need quarterback. I also should fill out some other position players in case here. I know that I won't see a few players down the road here. But then again, this draft is pretty wackazoid. Football sucks, LOL. Thank you, Hats McGee, for joining us tonight. We are in honorable presence of Mr. Hats McGee. So thank you for him to joining this live stream. I know he doesn't go to the other live stream of that other hat channel that's so popular. He goes to this one. It's more popular. Okay. Still trying to figure out, because who's in my queue? I could go with that guy or that guy. I could go with a quarterback. I could probably take a quarterback about nowish, right? Cards McGee. Well, Mr. McGee, welcome to the program here. Jeez. All right, fine. I'm gonna take Sanders, Emmanuel Sanders. I'm a retired hat collector now. Is there a pension involved? That'd be great if there's like a pension involved, or you get something afterwards. Draft Andrew Luck. Oh wait, oh you missed that joke already. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. You already made that joke. Harrison Russell with a 2-run homer. Cubs lead 2-1 over the Mets. So Steven Gostkowski, New England kicker. He's gone now. Major League Cats is on the board now, and he's going to botch his pick now. As you can see, he'll be picking Mark Ingram, but that'll be a decent choice. I would recommend Mark Ingram, but he's probably gonna pick the third string fullback for the Arizona Cardinals. Jarvis Landry, not too bad actually. You found your buddy. You found your wide receiver buddy for your quarterback. It's a pretty good strategy. OJ Howard is off the board. I heard that he was going to be a good draft pick. He's going to be a good pick for anyone. Peter is on the board. If Astros play the Braves in the World Series, Astros will sweep. No. No. Braves aren't getting swept in the World Series if they make it that far. Trust me, they're not. They've been getting pretty good with their. They'll put up a fight. They're not going to get swept. Maybe a gentleman's sweep in 5 games, but no way it'll be a total sweep. If it was Houston against the Cardinals, yes, Houston would sweep then, but Houston would not sweep the Braves. Wanted to make that little side note there. All right, back to the draft here. Peter is taking forever. Let me get to Peter here. Tell him to hurry up. Ooh, who did he pick? Oh, he picked Alshon Jeffrey. Are you? So Mark Ingram is finally gone. Team Massini. Good choice. Even though it was an auto pick choice, it was still a good choice, I'd say. Good choice. Yankees and Braves in 6. Wait, no. Okay. I would love to see the Braves also have a chance, but if I want to have an unbiased mentality to the World Series here, Yankees would win in 5, but probably 4 with the Braves, probably. But that's just being an intellectual mentality, being unbiased. Okay, and Team Decide took my quarterback option. Thank you, John. Calvin Ridley is gone. He would have been a good choice. Sony Michel I also would have taken. So I have a few picks to go here. Peter is also taking forever again. Let's see if I'm going back and forth between the chatters here. Major League Cats. LOL. Oh, pardon me. Update there. All right, so Peter is also taking forever. Forever to. I'm just Harley Mock left the draft. Oh no. Not Major League's. Not Major League Cats is the #1 Patreon subscriber. Now I have no support. People leaving the draft left and right like flies here. I know this would have been nice to have had like a screen on screen, next to each other with the draft board here, but not that technologically advanced. And Major League Cats botched his next pick with a kicker, Justin Tucker. I did see recently, I'm sure a lot of other people have seen, Carly Lloyd. Carly Lloyd making that 55-yard field goal attempt. And we should get her on the Bears. We need a good kicker. All right, I'm up for the next 2 picks. And Cordell Sutton, that's a good idea. Is that other guy I wanted? No, he's gone. Josh Gordon, LOL. Oh no, he is still there. It's tempting. Did that one person go already? No, it doesn't look like it. Let's see. I'm gonna go for a quarterback here. Actually, no. I'm going to take. I'm gonna take Will Fuller, the 5th wide receiver from Houston, and now I'm going to take a quarterback. And I could take him, to please get her, and I could take Jimmy G, but he's having a bad season, preseason at least. Stop taking forever to pick. Commissioner can do, Peter. So officially, Drew Brees is gone. Yeah, he was gone a while ago, I think. He was one guy I wanted. Yep, there he is. The Dak Attack took him. I'm just gonna maybe just wing it. Could take the GOAT, Tom Brady. All right, Carson Wentz. All right, so now they took forever as well. All right, Hats McGee. He says there are only 5 football players I respect. Name those players that you respect. It'd be an interesting list to hear. All right, I might as well build up my queue here. I'll take him. I'll add him just in case. We'll add him too. Yeah, there we go. Then you also want him because I couldn't take the starter. Then we're going to take him because he used to play for one of my teams. Ooh, and then we're going to take him probably too because he was a good rookie. Let's see the Andrew Luck, Drew Brees. Yeah, Antonio Brown, you can cross off that list. Yes, the NFL is a place where men should play football, not children. And Antonio Brown is a child. Not suited for the league. Fun fact, Jimmy Garoppolo played in the next town over from me in Rolling Meadows High School, the same same school district as I was a part of in Prospect, and lived in the area. And there's a signed jersey of his when he played for, or when he was on the roster for New England. A signed jersey of his in one of the Mount Prospect sports bars. So I have a pretty good local connection with him. Okay, well, Antonio Brown adds so much drama to wherever he goes. He's pretty toxic like that. So I don't know why the Raiders essentially took him. Hats McGee did not even notice that until he mentioned it. So, but he gets paid. That's all that matters. Well, I guess if you're acting like a child and you can get paid like that, that's a pretty good deal, I guess. So I guess good for him. Let's get back to the draft here. And John Desai, you suck. Kyle Rudolph is gone. Rams are gone too. Damn it. Sammy Watkins is finally off the board. Jeez. Yes, Hats McGee, you mentioned before that all your top 5 players are white. I didn't really make that correlation until you said something, so I don't know why you have to make a big deal about it. Why I have to even point that out. All right, Dak Attack is up here, round 10 of 17, because there's an extra position. Josh Gordon. I don't think he's in the league still anymore. So, whoops on that pick. Now, okay, so whoever is here, I want to take the time here. Actually, I'm going to do that right after my picks here. All right, I'm going to take up here. Miles Sanders, Philadelphia running back. And then I'm going to take, I'm going to go for it, Kyler Murray for my second quarterback. Yep, I did it. Well, if you bring it up, then there's that implication. I mean, I know some people would think like that. Myself, I don't. But I guess it's a good thing that, you're thinking of everyone else who might think like a nutcase sometimes. So, okay, so I'm probably going to lose out on that player. Maybe I should have taken Murray, but whatever. So, if I'd like to thank you. I have one support here. Thank you, Peter. So, for those of you who are still here, I would like to take the time. Let me get my hat up here. I'd like to take the time to fully let everyone know here that there was a dispute that Major League Hats and I had, and I'm going to bring it up. And I can finally, in my own words, say that Major League Hats is wrong when he says offenses in the last 10 seasons are better to win Super Bowls than top-ranked defenses. Defenses help win championships more often than a top-ranked offense. We're talking top-ranked offense and top-ranked defense. And those are by the stats, the literal stats. Excuse me. We're not saying, Peter, no. Okay, so what Major League Cats was saying, like, he had asked, what are the last 10 Super Bowl winners? Were they more offense or defense teams? Your stat, I actually use NFL-based NFL.com stats. So your data was terrible. No, I used hardcore stats that would bury you 6 feet under, and you still said that I was wrong. I used hardcore data, not only within the 10-year time span that you had talked about, but also in the whole span of the 50 plus years of the Super Bowl being a way to define a NFL champion. Okay, well, give me a second here. Let me look at the draft. So I lost the drafts here. Give me a second. I can't see the draft anymore. Major League Hats is on the board, but I can't see who has taken the last picks. Technical difficulties here on one side. Stop it, you lost. No, trust me, man, you were wrong. Where I had actual data that I looked up. I didn't say, oh, well, the Patriots were considered a top offense team. No, that year they were the top defensive team. Whenever a top-ranked defensive team and top-ranked offensive team have clashed together in the Super Bowl, the defensive team has won. Yeah, the defensive team has won more than the offensive team. And that year, Super Bowl 51, top-ranked defensive Patriots won over the top-ranked offensive Falcons. So, and then you also have the part about the highest scoring NFL team with 606 points from the Denver Broncos in 2013 that went to Super Bowl 48 and played the top-ranked defense, the Legion of Boom, Seattle Seahawks. The the Seahawks beat the Broncos that year. So that really proves that defenses are more important than offenses, top-ranked offenses. Your data was flawed. I used pretty concrete data. I don't know why you are disputing data. I'm not, a news anchor here. I'm not CNN or to tell me I'm wrong. Don't tell me that, oh, these teams are considered. Considered is a very, very loose term to use in a debate when you're talking about stats. Consideration is not a word that is concrete. A top-ranked team in this, so therefore, no, that's very flawed debate tactics. Well, I mean, I finally get the chance here to say in person how wrong you are, and what was it? In the eight times that a top-ranked offense has played a top-ranked defense, the top-ranked defensive team is 7-1 in Super Bowl play. So that's in the history, and in the last 10 Super Bowl winners, it's been 2-0 that the top-ranked defense team has won over the top-ranked offensive team. So, and there were more teams that had top 5 ranked defenses to win a Super Bowl championship in the last 10 years than a top 10 ranked offense or a top ranked offense in the top 10 of the league. So, yeah. WNBA, yes. The Sky are now playoff bound. The Aces are also playoff bound, and the Sky are really on a good tear here. So Sky had a pretty good run recently. They beat the Washington Mystics, which is really big because the Mystics have Elena Delle Donne, and she's very MVP caliber because Brianna Stewart is out right now. I had the next pick. And Royce Freeman is now gone. I would have wanted him. Who else is also off my queue here? I want a guy from here. Let's see. How many running backs do I have? And I need a defense. Let's see. See, I would have gotten a defense, but my Bears are off the board, and the Bills are off the board too. Let's see. And so are the. Okay. No, I can wait for them. So it'd be nice to get them, but I don't want to take two. It'd be greedy. I got. Should get a tight end. Who else do we have here? I know. Okay, just checking there. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it now. Go with Josh Allen, quarterback. He's gonna be one of my backups there. And for next up, I'm going to see. I'm gonna take the Bears, Njoku. Bears tight end. Holy moly, pick already! I know. I was taking a little bit forever. I didn't have time to queue up my list here because I was rambling on how right I was about the defense argument here. So cheers about that. Defenses being the best way to get to a Super Bowl championship. So let me work up my queue list here. So I'm going to need a defense finally. And I have an idea. Jimmy Garoppolo and the Eagles are off the board now. Peter took Jimmy G. Pretty good pick there. So I'm going to add him. Probably him in case. Adam Thielen is on the board now. Gordon Reed is off. Samuel is off now. Cowboys defense, special teams is off now. Let's see here. I should go with that guy just in case. Ooh, I like that pick too. And not one of my guys. Let's see. Jordan Howard is off the board. John Desai took him. And I got an update here. And Javi Baez hit a 2-run homer. It was now 4-1 in the top of the 6th over the Mets. So go Cubs. So I finally have my whole collage ready to go, or just about ready to go for my Ultimate Hat Collection entry. I know it's like really late, but I'm still gonna throw it out there just because. Why not? And if I get any votes, if I'm too late, then well, that's been the theme of my life here. It's just one of those lives when you're late on everything. That's what I like to say at work. Huh. Oh yeah. I would have I would have wanted to have taken LaShawn McCoy myself, but didn't jump on it yet. So good pick. Good pick. Let's see here. So yes, it's been a joke with Peter and I at Fresh Time. You always hear the when you ask someone like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" and someone will say, "Oh, it's just one of those days," implying that it's been bad, and how a bunch how bad it's been going on throughout the whole day. It's just one of those bad days. For me, I've always joked with Peter. He's like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, it's just one of those lives, you know. So I'm gonna make a hat of that pretty soon, right after my Mount Prospect hat, and right after I prove my great uncle James helped write legislation for the Social Security Act of 1935, and also right after I finish my family symphony of 5 movements. So all that is pretty coming up pretty quickly. So yeah, a lot is in the pipelines. Technically, hiring 15% of this J38. How can you retire 15%? That doesn't make sense. Oh, hey, I'm on the board. I'm gonna be drafting here. Ooh, I could take him, but I do need. I'm gonna take my. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. My Broncos defense here, and then I'm going to. Let's see. Let's see here. I could go with a kicker. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Robbie Gould. He's a really good kicker, and I feel like maybe Jimmy G might be good enough most of the times to get at least the team to the red zone, but like nail each. He's gonna have a kick completion percentage over 95 this upcoming season. I'm gonna predict. Your hat is ugly. This hat is actually, this is my first Broncos hat, and it's actually pretty nice. I want to say the 3930. Yeah, 3930. It's a stretch fitted edge and a white edge on there, and it's actually like raised up. If you can see that a bit. So the brim there is flat, and then you have this extra like jersey pattern mesh here that's raised up, and the underside is blue as well. And I got this. I was eyeing it up at Dick's Sporting Goods a while ago. Oh no, this was back in my first year at Concordia, and it was the year that the Broncos were going to go to the Super Bowl, and one of my classmates, her name was Allison. She's a big Packers fan, and we were talking smack about Bears and Packers, and Bears didn't make it to the playoffs that year. So I'm like, oh, my other team is the Broncos, and the Broncos that year had beaten the Packers, so I was feeling really good about that. And it was the second round of the playoffs that the Broncos made it through to the next round, and the Packers didn't. I think they lost to the Cardinals, and I had to get this hat. I wore it to class just to rub it in, like, hey, my team got to the next round and yours didn't, so that's why I got this hat. So that is a story time with Professor Hatter here. Why I got this Broncos hat. I'm not a huge fan of the orange. I understand why they have orange, because when the Broncos originally started, being in Denver is mainly known for its snow, and the bright orange jerseys would help distinguish them from the snow and the field of play, and that's why they're mainly an orange-based team for their team colors. And after a while, when I was growing up, my first Broncos jersey was a Jake Plummer, number 16. That was a Navy jersey. And then right around when Peyton Manning came back, or when he came to the Broncos, that's when the orange started to become the primary color again. And so that's why I have this hat. I do have 2 Navy hats. One was like the orange brim AFC on the side to snapback, and this one's a fitted. I like this one a lot. I do want to get one of the older Bronco logo hats with the D and the horse coming out of the D, and one of the retro style ones that like John Elway would wear. Let's see. Hatter, your hat is ugly. I know. but it's a pretty cool collection though. Hat diversity. Oh, someone took a Geronimo Allison from the Packers, and I figured that'd be a good jersey for my friend out there, Allison, because being a Packers fan, and I was actually pretty, in a way, jealous, and I could see why it was a really cool thing that she turned 21 on it was a Sunday night game in Green Bay, and she went up to it, and that was her 21st birthday. Like, that's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Anthony Miller, Bears wide receiver, and this is my last pick of the draft here. So who should I pick? Who's still left for quarterbacks? Sam Darnold, Mariota. T-Ball is picking your team. Hans McGee, I've not seen your collection. Let me make this last pick first. Jacoby Brissett. Maybe I could take him because he's gonna be the new starter for the Indianapolis Colts. Quarterback on this list is Sam Bradford, then Keelan Clemens, and then Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler is a free agent. He retired, and then Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez also retired. So just seeing who's on the end of this list here. Oh, Andrew Luck. Look at that. No Tim Tebow. Huh. Blaine Gabbert. Huh. Right. Marcus Mariota is kind of tempting here. Who am I short on? Would be nice to get another defense, actually, just in case. So I'm going to go with the Titans defense. And that is it for me for the draft. Let's see. 2 videos, my Astros, and on the field. All right. You're going to have to send that link to me on Instagram or Twitter wherever you can find me. Because I would like to watch those videos. And see some good hat diversity going on. What you have. And just checking the scores here for baseball. Royals did not have a good night yesterday. 19-4 loss to the Oakland Athletics, and then the Brewers lost 12-2 to the Cardinals. So that didn't help the Cubs at all. He picked Cole Beasley. That's a really good pick. I'd give him a high five for me. It's a good pick. Braves are losing 2-0 to the Blue Jays, top of the 7th. Orioles are up on the Nationals 2-0, bottom of the 7th. They're in Washington. Phillies are down 4-3 to the Pirates in the bottom of the 6th. And Brewers and Cardinals are tied up in the 5th. Bottom of the 3rd, it's 1-0 Astros, and they have the bases loaded with no outs. Yeah, so game is going around. Let's see here. All right, so that is it for the draft. And the last pick that went was Dion Lewis, running back for the Tennessee Titans, hooked on a Thielen. So, so we will discuss that later on. And yeah, we'll just chat a bit now here. So I got my new hat today. If you didn't see it beforehand, this is my new era flag hat. It's got the New Era logo on the front and clip masked, into the New Era logo is the American flag. Really like that. On the side here is the American flag, and I think it is more accurate with the number of stars than the number of stripes on the flag. So I like how it's like waving on this side here. On the back, trademarked. If you can see it, I know it's probably backwards. It's a New Era flag in navy on the side here. And on the inside, it's a 7 5/8, and I'm a natural 7.5 size. So it is a bit big on me, but it's fine. It sits on top of my head. I'm gonna try to shrink it a bit, but I don't want to try it too much because when I've tried before, the fabric has kind of gone array, so I don't want to mess this hat up. It's a nice, this is the navy brim and gray underside. The sweatband is kind of extra padded, and this earlier today when I got it in the mail, I got it and I was sweating a bit extra in it. So that's like my only like negative side, that the sweatband is a little bit extra padding than what I'm used to with some of the other like regular other 5950 hats. So down to one person here, which is I'm sure Major League hats. Then I had the Mother's Day hat here from the weekend. $20, pretty good pickup. Nice fit. Curve the brim a bit, and I know I sent you the picture there that in the Wrigleyville sports store, the sign said, "Do not bend the brims on snapbacks until purchased." So, yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people would do that. I'm sure I would have too. So I would have gotten yelled at, but I was looking for brand 47 Cubs cleanup. Is an adjustable hat where it's a structured front, but a curved brim, like a dad hat. So like my green hat, structured crown, and it's a curved brim. Sup, DJ? Yeah, we just finished the stream. Well, we finished the draft already. But if you got any tidbits here to talk about, love to hear it. Cubs versus Astros will only need 2 games. I'm gonna get back to that in just a second. Choke, Cubs choke. Just kidding. Yeah. And so back to my saying, adjustable hat for me is a structured front and adjustable back, very curved brim, and then like a dad hat is a unstructured front and a curved brim, adjustable back. So I couldn't find a Cubs dad hat version of this that I wanted in a sky blue, and the front was like the Cubby face, which looks like this. If you can see it. Yeah, that I was looking for like this logo on the front of the sky blue hat, but couldn't find it in a dad hat version. So yeah, look elsewhere. Probably have to go to Lid Store. Get a run to dinner? Dinner time? Excuses. What is up with that? I'm kidding. What are you having for dinner? Sergio, what are you making for dinner? I might want leftovers because we don't have any leftovers here. We finished all the brats and hot dogs. So before you go, if you leave here, Major League Hats, finally joined the live stream. Harley, what is up? Glad you could join. How did your draft go? Who did you pick first in your draft selection? Hats McGee, if you're still on here. Speaking of the Astros and Cubs within the same sentence and same arena there, Cubs are now extending their netting to where the old bullpens used to be. Wrigley Field was one of the last few handful of team fields that would have the bullpens on the field. I think at least the at AT&T Park where the Giants play. I had to get my boy Dak first. So you're one of the guys who had the original name of Dak Attack. So D+ on originality for names. So yeah, great for that. So bullpens had since been moved underneath the bleachers during the 2015 1060 project when they renovated all of Wrigley Field. And so now they're extending the nettings because the Cubs were one that was the team involved. Albert Almora Jr. I'm talking too fast here. Albert Almora Jr. was the player that unfortunately hit that foul ball that struck the 2-year-old girl in the stands, and she had to be taken to the hospital. And since the White Sox were the first team to wait, hold on. Yeah, a minute. They just did that. I mean, everyone, except for Major League Cats, really felt sorry and, had such a somber feeling with Almora when he hit the ball that hit the 2-year-old. It's not his fault. It's just the acts of physics that that happened and struck the girl. So, excuse me. Whoa. Almora is a good human. Thank you. Yes. Hold on. Every year I miss the draft. Every year I draft a running back first, and they get hurt. Good that you've learned from your strategy, Harley. So yeah, I have been wanting to do a video responding to the extension of the nettings in the ballparks, and I wanted to do it when the White Sox first did it, but it just didn't happen. So toward the end of the season, postseason, I'll make a video for that, talking about the whole thing about extended netting, because Major League Cats was being a real dick about, saying like, oh, players have to say we want more net extension because otherwise, if we say anything bad, we're gonna get in trouble. No, Justin Verlander called out the league saying like you're juicing the balls, so that's why we're getting more home runs. And they didn't fine him, they didn't suspend him. They just talked with him. So give me a second here. I'm gonna have to end the stream actually now. So Major League Cats, Sergio just had really bad, and I've given him multiple chances to apologize, take back what he said, but he just won't. So yeah, thank you for everyone. We'll discuss it later, but I'm glad that the Cubs are doing it. So thank you to everyone for joining me in the draft here, the stream. Good luck this season, and of course, go Bears. Yeah, go Bears. Bye, everyone.